Scotland Hazley, President and founder of Animal Rescue Corps. We are here on scene in the state of Tennessee of the first of multiple cases we'll be doing throughout this week. 24 dogs have been existing in a hoarding situation for years and were now reportedly abandoned, living around and under old trailers and debris. The dogs were extremely dirty, malnourished, dehydrated, and suffering from eye and ear infections and mange. We found 3 deceased dogs on this property. Our veterinarian's preliminary findings suggest that they likely died from exposure. We're on day 2 of Operation Resolution. We're on the opposite side of the state now. We've got 17 dogs on this hoarding case. These dogs are somewhat unsocial. I mean, they're sweet, but they're not used to being handled, so we're having to get creative in our capture techniques. Just like the case yesterday, they're not only a case of dogs that have been hoarded, this is an abandonment case. So the hoarder actually moved away, moved to Texas from what we understand, and left these dogs behind. Animal control got wind of it and called us out, and here we are. We're here in Operation Resolution Part 3. The levels of ammonia inside of that building are probably amongst the highest I've ever experienced. I've got to wear full face gear in there. But you know, and these animals are in horrendous condition, each and every one of them, but they'll all be safe now. We'll get them back to our emergency shelter as quickly as possible. Your days on a chain have just ended. That's why we're getting you the heck out of here, aren't we, buddy? The floor was plywood subflooring soaked with urine, causing dangerously high levels of ammonia, irritating to the eyes, nose, and throat.
Probably the worst that I've been on, smell-wise, and you just go in and your faces and your eyes just start watering. Crazy how to think that somebody just lives inside there, and these guys have lived in there their whole entire life.
The dogs were malnourished, some emaciated, and many exhibited signs of advanced mange. The dogs were also suffering from dehydration, severe ear infections, dental disease, and overgrown nails. 4 mice and 3 adult rats with 1 litter of 11 newborn baby rats were also found in enclosures inside the house. As you can see, night has fallen. It's been a very long day here. The team has been absolutely incredible. This team continues to amaze me every time we work together. I couldn't be more proud of everybody on this scene that's been traveling with no sleep for several days now, and or limited sleep for several days, and you know, we're just going to go back to the hotel, shower up, get a couple more hours of sleep, and be back on the road tomorrow. Case number 4 in Henderson County, Tennessee, a more complex situation where a man had been living outdoors in the woods of Natchez Trace Park for 16 years. He's got some friends and supporters who have been working with him to get him medical care and a home. And he's ready for that. But first he needed to know that these dogs are going to be safe and have a home too. And that's where we came in. He's pretty emotional and happy that each of these dogs is going to be part of a family now. Tony, welcome to the team, Tony. While working this case, our animal control partner received a call reported that dogs were being thrown into a burn pile. We assisted in the investigation where 2 dogs were found deceased next to the burn pile. One was the skeletal remains of a large breed dog, and the other an emaciated pit bull whose cause of death appears to have been from starvation and exposure. Our team and our veterinarians assisted with the evidence collection, and the animal control officer will be following through on this case. Often during one of ARC's rescue operations, we get asked to assist with additional cases. In this instance, we secured the surrender of a potbelly pig who had been living in horrendous conditions for 4 years, trapped in a dilapidated house filled with cobwebs and under extremely unsanitary and dangerous conditions, suffering severely with overgrown hooves, dehydration, and other medical issues. Thankfully, we have a partnership with Safe Harbor Equine Sanctuary who will be assisting with the transport and the fostering of this pig. This case wasn't even on our radar. We didn't learn about this case until today. We were on a call rescuing 31 dogs earlier. We got this call. Apparently, these animals were abandoned weeks ago in this store. Macon County Animal Control got the call. They came out and investigated. They could see through the window that these animals were suffering greatly. I mean, nearly 100% of these animals were nothing but skeletons. And they called us and said, "Can you come?" And the team was exhausted. I polled the team. I said, "You guys up for one more?" Nobody hesitated. We've been driving hours to get here. We got here and the scene was exactly as dire as what was described to us. These animals didn't have a second to spare. This team is the definition of the best humanity has to offer. As I said, I couldn't be more proud of these people. I know I've said it before, but I'm going to say it again. We're your boots on the ground. You, our supporters, our donors, our sponsors, you brought us here. Thank you for bringing us here to save these guys' lives. We're here at our emergency shelter just outside of Nashville, Tennessee, where the healing has begun for the animals of Operation Resolution Parts 1 through 5. Our veterinary teams have been working diligently tending to the wounds inflicted on them through years of abuse and neglect.
So from these 5 cases, we're seeing a lot of common denominators throughout.
I guess yesterday they were seeing a lot of some wounds and abscesses. Today the main thing has been ear infections. Really bad ear infections and ear mites as well.
The majority of them are suffering from internal and external parasites, but they're coming around, they're getting treated, and our vets are doing a wonderful job with nursing them back to health. So in just a short time, with some good nutrition and medical attention, these guys will be back on the road to good health.
Our volunteers have been working around the clock, offering them their first full belly, their first warm bed, and their first loving touch. Our animal behavior specialists have been working for days identifying a specific rehabilitation plan for each individual animal. And you too have come through with your generous donations, your contributions of supplies, and sharing their stories. Thank you. And it is our resolution to you. We will stop at nothing until we put an end to animal suffering once and for all.